Hi, this is Vicki with the Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and something is blooming very heavily, so hence I have the nasal tone and the sniffles and all of that, so please pardon that. But getting beside that, I want to show you a really gorgeous card, and it's a really easy technique that I don't think I've shown you before. We're going to be using the Beautiful Bouquet stamp set. This is a wonderful stamp set that actually has 2 sheets of stamps. It's got flowers and all sorts of things, lots of sentiments, but it also has framelits as well. And right now, until June 3rd, you can buy this as a bundle. Beginning June 4th, it will still be in the catalog and it will be offered, but you won't be able to save the 10% by buying it and purchasing it at a bundle, excuse me. So, anyway, it's fantastic. I have actually used the cutouts and just created cards with just the cutouts and almost no stamping, and it just makes such beautiful, exquisite 3D type cards. So the next thing that I'm going to use is an embossing folder. I think this is Country Floral or something like that. It was actually offered as part of the celebration that if you spent $50 or more that you could get this for free. As it turns out, it was such a big hit that Stampin' Up! Has included it in its new 2019-2020 annual catalog. So this will be available for purchase. It's not available for purchase right now, but it will be available in on June 4th when the new catalog kicks in. So let's go ahead and get started. Just for time's sake, I have already run. I'll just show you how it works. You basically just slip your paper in. There's a line across here, and that helps you to keep it straight. And then you feed it through the Big Shot. I don't want to do that for time's sake, and it always shakes the table. But I'll show you what the outcome is. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love this embossing folder. I actually did a class with this. And I actually had them use the sponge dauber and color it the different colors that they wanted it to be. This class, or sorry, not class, this video, and I'm going to just use some of my tired, worn out scrap paper, but this video I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have our card base be Sahara Sand, and then we're going to top it with Pool Party. Then we'll top it with this, and then we'll have something on the inside and we'll do a decoration. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get to the cool little thing that I want to show you. So basically, I'm going to take my smallest block and just place it down on my ink. And then I'm going to take Wink of Stella. And I think I've primed it so that there's some Wink of Stella down in there already. And you just kind of move it around. And then you just choose which flowers that it is that you want to color. I don't suggest doing all of them because not all of them are going to be brown or be blue. I was thinking brown in my head about something else, but it really does make a nice thing. Let's try doing these. They look kind of like dogwoods, although dogwoods are pink or white usually. But I think it'd be pretty just to kind of do these particular ones in the Pool Party. And what it'll do is it'll have a real nice shiny look about it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and color, and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, so basically I'm just going to squeeze it again and just run it along like this, and that will clean it off. And I will wipe this off my block. Now you can color in the center of the flower in one of 2 ways. You can use a marker, or you can also do the same thing as I did with the flower, and that is to just use a little bit of ink with it. I'm using the Sahara Sand, which is the color of my card base. I figure I'm going with a little glitter on the flowers. I might as well go with a little glitter on the inside of the flower. So here you go. I did use a different side rather than get the Wink of Stella on my ink pad. And please do pardon my runny nose. Alrighty, there you go. And again, you just wipe it off like that, and that will clean it right off. The next thing I'm going to do is adhere it to my pool party paper. And I'm going to be a little bit liberal with my glue. Whoops, didn't mean to get it on my finger. Because with it being embossed, sometimes it doesn't stick as easily as it would if it were just plain paper. I do love Tombow for that very reason right there of just kind of wiggling it around a little bit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to, next thing I'm going to do before I adhere this down to my card base is I'm going to stamp a sentiment. And I'm going to use the Pool Party blue color, which is such a pretty blue, and I'm going to make this an anniversary card. I always like to stamp off first and just see how my coverage is. So I'm just going to stamp right there. And then I'm going to use this little flower stamp and put it right there. I think I'm going to do another one up there, down here, and down here. And it's probably going to cut some of it off, and I'm okay with that. I'm going to use a punch. All right, get that out of the way. So let's line this up in here, and if it cuts some of it off, it's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem with that. I actually kind of want it to look like I meant to do it. There we go. Doesn't that look great? And it kind of looks like it was supposed to be that way. I'm completely happy with that. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to punch out in Pool Party another one. And this time I'm going to take my scissors and I am going to cut down the middle, and I'm going to glue this to that. I mean, just so that I make it look like it is larger than my piece of Whisper White. Looks like I got a piece of tissue stuck to my finger. Y'all, I'm a hot mess today. These allergies have just been something else. Okay, so I got that done. And what I'll end up doing is putting dimensionals under it, because I want it to just kind of pop up a little bit. Put one there and here. I think I'm going to go ahead and put one right here too, because that'll help keep it in place. All right, it's going to go sideways, and what I'd like to happen is to I think it would look pretty if I had a ribbon going round. So I chose this ribbon, which is the metallic edge ribbon. It's so pretty and just fancy looking. It's really nice for a anniversary card. I had to think there for a minute. I'm going to do something a little different. I normally use glue dots, and I probably will on the back side of that ribbon, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut this, and I'm going to use some Scotch tape and just tape it in place. Whoops. Tape it in place like that. I think I may not even need that glue dot in the middle. If I just tape it right here. Yep, that's what I'll do. I'll just tape it right here. There we go. And we're going to make sure that's not slanted. There we go. I'll just peel this off. Line it up like that. Then I'm going to glue it on the back of my card. Hold on. All right, so what I'm going to do, bring my pool party back out again, and I'm using the sentiments that said, love isn't in the falling, it's in the staying there. I love that because you know what? Marriage is tough, and it takes work, it takes effort, and it takes tending to it, kind of like a garden, tending to that love and tending to not just the love, but the friendship. I'm happy to say my husband and I are best friends, and we love spending time together, but we work at our relationship, and we work at making sure there's nothing that is in the way that would keep us from enjoying each other. It's very important. Okay, and I'm going to do just a little flower up here. And I'm going to do another little flower. Like, that might have been a little bit too big of a flower, but you know what? It's okay. It's my card. I can do it like I want to, right? How about that? And hey, why don't I just go crazy, right? There we go. Okay, now I'm going to finish it up with just a little bit of the Sahara Sand. And I'm going to put these in the middle of those. Oops, got it off center. But you know what I'll do? I will just go all around it and make it look like I meant to do that. I actually like that better. Sometimes your mistakes, you can fix them and you'll be happier with them than if you'd done it right the first time. I'm sure there's a life lesson in there somewhere. I like to find life lessons in things, in the little things. I think that's it. I think that's all I'm going to do with it. Now I'm going to glue it down to the inside of it. So today's lessons in life are work on those relationships that you have, whether it's a husband and wife relationship or family relationships or relationships with friends. Relationships take work. It's kind of like gardening. They take work. And the other thing is, don't take life too seriously. You can mess up, but it's not the end of the world. Somehow or another, it will all turn out. So that's today's life lesson. I'm going to do one more thing, and then I'll be done. I think because I have the silver in that, I feel like it just needs a little bit of bling to go along with that. So how about we just put a little bling there, like that. Why not match it on the other side with 3? I can't pick it up. There we go. And here we go. All right. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So pretty. My son and daughter-in-law actually have an anniversary, and I think I'll send this to them. They will be married 14 years this year. It's a beautiful card, and I made it with love, and I know that they'll love it. If you like today's card, if you like today's video, then click subscribe. If you really like it, just hit the little bell. And I would love to have you join me on my other videos. If you don't have a demonstrator and you would like to receive one of the new catalogs, just send me a message either through YouTube, or you can email me personally, and I'll have my email on the screen. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you're suffering with allergies like I am, I hope you all get to feeling better as well. So thanks a lot and have a great day.